Lesson 7.1, classify angles. An angle is formed by two rays that share a common endpoint. The vertex is the point where two rays meet. Different types of angles we're going to work with is we have a right angle, which is exactly 90 degrees. We have acute angle, which is less than 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. And a straight angle is exactly 180 degrees. Okay, name and identify angles. Two angles are vertical if they are opposite angles formed by the intersection of two lines. Vertical angles are congruent or they have the same measure. So again, vertical angles are opposite of each other, like angle 1 and angle 3, angle 2 and angle 4, and they are always congruent. Next, two angles are adjacent if they share a common vertex, a common side, and do not overlap. So angles 2 and angle 3 would be adjacent because they have a common vertex and a common line. Angle 3 and angle 4 would be adjacent. Angle 4 and angle 1, and angle 1 and angle 2 are also adjacent. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is name each angle in 4 ways. Then we're going to classify each angle as acute, right, obtuse, or straight. So when I look at my angle here in letter A, I have A, B, C, and a 2. When I go to name my angle, I'm always going to follow an order here of how my angle goes. So I would say this is angle A, B, C. And the letter that you put in the middle, that's actually showing where your two lines meet to form that angle. I could reverse this and say it's angle C, B, A. I could just name it angle B, or it could be angle 2. And then I have to say, is it acute, right, obtuse, or straight? Well, when I look at this angle where they meet, we have our little box here, which signifies it's a right angle. Okay, if I look at letter C, we have L, M, N, and 4. Again, when I write my letters, the letter that's in the middle is where our two lines meet. So I would say this is angle L, M, N. I could reverse it, angle N, M, L. We could say it's angle M, or we could also say it's angle 4. Okay, again, I have to say if it's acute, right, or obtuse, or straight. When I look at my line, I know this is a straight angle. We look at letter D. Letter D says, refer to the diagram in example 2. Identify different pairs of vertical and adjacent angles and justify your response. So when I look up here at our example, first I'm going to look for vertical angles. And again, vertical angles are opposite angles and they are congruent. So I'm going to start with angle 1. When I look at angle 1, I need to find the angle that's opposite of it. Well, that would be angle 3. And then I look at angle 2 and I find the opposite angle, which is angle 4. Okay? Then I have adjacent angles. And again, adjacent angles share a common vertex and a common point. So I'm going to start with angle 1 again. When I look at angle 1, I figure out where is the common vertex and then a common side. Well, that would share with angle 2. Then I'm going to start with angle 2. I'm going to do the same thing. Where's a common vertex and a common side? That would be angle 3. Then I'm going to go to angle 3. I find a common vertex and a common side, which would be angle 4. Then I go to angle 4. Common vertex and common side would be angle 1. Okay, if we look at letter E, what is the value of y in the figure in example 2? So what I need to do when I'm finding a missing measure is I can either use vertical or adjacent angles to help me solve these problems. So first of all, I need to find where is y. Well, y is right here with this 3y minus 10. I need to think back to my knowledge of vertical and adjacent angles. What do I know about this angle? Well, I know it's got a vertical angle to it. There's an angle opposite of it. I also know that vertical angles are congruent to each other. They equal each other. So I can say 3y minus 10 equals 50. Because again, they are vertical, they're opposite of each other, so they are congruent. They equal each other. Now I need to solve for y. So we have a two-step equation. Since I'm subtracting 10, I'm going to add 10 to both sides. So 3y equals 60. I have 3 times y. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. So I divide by 3. So y equals 20.